It's Monday morning, day 16. I'm still in Vail, Utah. I'm headed up to Enterprise today. I woke up, I set my alarm at 4 thinking, oh, I'll sleep in an extra hour. But one, I didn't feel like I had slept enough, and two, it was just so cold. Like, I forgot that half the reason that I get up so early is so I can beat the sun, because it gets so hot during the day. But now, I didn't think about it, but I have to switch my strategy because it's freezing now. And if I get up before the sun comes up, it is just absolutely cold. And it just makes everything really stiff and difficult and hard. Whereas, I mean, it's not that anything at 3 in the morning is easy, but man, nothing felt like when I woke up today. And the sun's not quite up, but it's just past 6:30, and should be up soon, so things should be warming up, and I can, so I'm just gonna kind of slowly take my time, put everything on the bike, head over to the general store for some more water and Gatorade and stuff, and be on my way. Take it easy today. No pressure. It's been about an hour outside of Vail. I don't think I've made it very many miles. I didn't really check though. There's more, it's like more bumpy than I expected. I kind of expected more of like one big uphill that has a slower gradient. But it's kind of bumpy, and sometimes it's not that bad, and sometimes it's kind of bad, so just keep going. The GoPro is, I must have left it on or something on accident. I charged it, but it's not on. And I don't feel like digging out the other battery, and today's ride isn't going to be that exciting, so we'll just do iPhone video. Getting a little change of pace today. Moving out of like the deserty areas and getting into mountains and areas that actually have green. It's interesting, it's different. Alright, so I'm going through Dixie National Forest. I have 11 miles to go till I get to Enterprise, and I think about 8 or 9 of them left are up this mountain, so you know, I'm doing okay. Even when I'm walking, I can keep about 3.5 miles per hour, and then I'm able to actually bike some of this, which is impressive to me, because if you had sent me up this mountain on day 1, I would have quit the first thing. So I'm actually being able to bike chunks of it, which is more than I can say for myself at the beginning of this trip. So I'm pretty pleased. My time is slow, of course, but it's okay, and I'm feeling fine, so. Hey guys, so today's a crowning achievement for me. So on all the biggest hills so far, I've taken between 7 to 8 mile rides on average to get me up. There's been a couple of those, but today I have reached the top. I have reached the summit of Dixie Forest all by myself, and I actually cycled up a lot of it, so I'm sure there were times that I had to walk, but I cycled a lot of it. I'm really quite pleased with myself. So anyways, check out the sign. There was like this beautiful, yeah, so that's exciting. I'm so stoked. I'm getting stronger. Alright, this is gonna be a weird video. Alright, bye. I've made it to the very small town of Newcastle. So today I made it over Big Mountain, over Dixie National Forest, and then I got into Enterprise. Nice, had a good time. It was like lunchtime, so I pulled in. I went to this little shop, and I was like, "Hey, do you know where I could get lunch and maybe some Wi-Fi?" And she's like, "Well, we have Wi-Fi, but you can go grab lunch down the street. It's like a quarter of a mile away, and then come back here. I'll get you set up, and you can hang out in the corner and do whatever you want." So I was like, "Cool, thank you." And so I went down and I grabbed a burger. There was a couple of dudes there who watched me pull in with my bike, and they just had all these questions for me, and they were very hilarious. One of them was kind of a little older dude, I want to say in his 70s or 80s, and the other guy, I don't know if it was his son or what, but they had lots of questions and they were concerned that I wasn't traveling with a gun and all this stuff. So anyways, I got my burger, it was really good, and then I went back to the shop, hung out, got some Wi-Fi, and then it was going to be like 3 or 4, and I was like asking the lady if there's a good place in town to set up, and she's like, well, there's actually camping over in Newcastle, it's like 10 miles away. And I'm thinking I don't want to bike anymore, but whatever. So I kind of look it up, and it seems like a good spot to be. Plus it makes my ride into Cedar City a lot nicer, because that's just 11 more miles that I don't have to deal with tomorrow when I wake up. So I was thinking about it, and then I go, and I'm like, well, if I'm doing this, I'm going to grab some food here. I don't know what the situation is there for food or anything, so had some pizza pockets from the convenience store next door. And I finally come outside, and there's these there's this couple with their bikes all loaded up, almost as heavy as mine. And I was like, oh, hey. So I ended up sitting there talking to them for like an hour. They had just been on a 9-month tour. There was a couple breaks in between, but they were just, and they were going, wow, they had done some cool stuff. So they've been all over the States, and they were on their way home at the end to San Francisco. And so we were going kind of in opposite directions. Otherwise, it sounded like they were almost interested in joining up for a minute, but I'm fairly sure I'm a lot slower than them. So 2 weeks in versus 9 months, I think they're in better shape than I am. So anyways, I think they went the distance today that I went in the last like 3 or 4 days. So anyways, so I chatted with them. It was really nice to meet them. And then I did decide to go to Newcastle. So thankfully that ride was really smooth. I made it in an hour. Easy. There's just a couple of small uphills. It really wasn't that bad at all. So I am now in Newcastle. When I got here, I was trying to scout out a spot to camp, and then I got over to the gas station with a convenience store, and I bought some like peanut M&Ms because I wanted a sugary snack. And I was like, oh, do you know, by the way, if there's anywhere around here where I could camp without bothering anyone? And she was like, well, the church doesn't mind. I've asked for several people before, and they don't mind if people set up in their yard. So that's currently where I'm at. I'm not outside, so I'm not in my pajamas. I'm going to bed, so I'm not going to get out to film it. But I'm in the back of an LDS church in Newcastle, Utah, and I'm hoping no one bothers me for the night. I would like to get a good night's rest. I didn't sleep very well while I was in Vail. I don't know. Something about sleeping in a rodeo area was weird. So I didn't sleep very well last couple nights, and I'm hoping that I have an easy day. Not easy, but it'll be similar to today where it feels good, but it shouldn't take me all day to do either. It's only like 30 miles now that I've gone the extra 11, so anyways, tomorrow should be nice. I don't need to wake up super early. I've realized that I need to not get up as early anymore anyways, now that it's getting colder, because I was getting up so early to beat the sun, so because it was going to be hot almost as soon as the sun came up. Now it's freezing when I wake up, if I get up too early, and it just barely is getting warm by the middle of the day, so I get to sleep in, take it easy in the mornings. I don't have to be in a big rush, so it's really nice. So I'm hoping to get some decent sleep. I'm on grass tonight instead of cement concrete, so hopefully it's a little comfier, a little cozier. I feel a little safer, so I'm hoping for some good sleep. I'm headed from Newcastle, Utah to Cedar City, and it's not that painful, it's just annoyingly slow because of the wind. Only 30 miles. So, you know, if I get there by the afternoon, I'll be feeling pretty good. It's gonna be up and down kind of day. I found some bleached bones. It's crazy looking. I mean, I've seen lots of like roadkill, especially deer around here, but it's kind of interesting to see the just the bones. Like, it's kind of cool. It's like the sort of thing you see in movies, but then don't, or like in decoration, but don't find the real thing. So bizarre. Well, summit signs are becoming my new favorite thing. I don't really know what I just summited, but it's between Newcastle and Cedar City. Today's summit felt less victorious. I had to walk a lot more just because of the headwinds. What I hate most about headwinds is it takes the pleasure out of the best parts. Like going downhill is still a chore, and then anything else is just becoming unpleasant. So, kind of unfortunate. They seem to be calming down for right now. So I'm hoping that they stay that way while I take advantage of the downhill following the summit. And then I think I have a small climb into Cedar City, but nothing like what I've done already, so hey.